Hi, this is Kareena Kapoor Khan and subscribe to Siddharth Kannan's channel now.
Whichever year लोग करीना कपूर खान का नाम लें, she is the world's eternal favorite. She knows it, but does she accept it is another thing. Kareena, am I true on that statement ki nahi?
Yeah, I think Siddharth, you know me pretty well, so I know it, but I don't want to accept it because then acceptance is like then this, I don't know. You should never accept it. You should always strive to be better and better, and that people should love you more and more.
So I was talking to Arjun Kapoor a couple of weeks back. And I asked him a question that, would you like to work with Kareena Kapoor more or Alia Bhatt more? He says, I love Alia. But he says, Bebo to ek hi hai. No one can come close to her.
No, yaar, you know him, na? He's just one big masti khor.
No, but batao, jab people gush over you even now, do you somewhere still feel the excitement or you feel ki theek hai yaar?
No, I think that I'm of course very excited and I feel whatever, but I'm like, okay, I don't know, let's see. I don't know how to react these days when people ask me these questions. Like, I'm just like, okay, I don't know.
Okay, Rupa Lal ki sabse aziz hai. Who is Kareena's sabse aziz in this whole wide world?
This whole wide world, I think it would be my two children, Taimur and Jeh.
Oh, I have two daughters, Adina and Saisha. So I know really? What you mean. Yeah.
You have two daughters, I have two sons. Wow.
But tell me now, does Jay know that he is the daughter of Kareena Kapoor? Usko samajh aa gaya ki nahi?
Nahi. Usko nahi. He's 18 months old, yaar. Usko kya samajh mein aayega? He's like, no, he has no idea. But Taimur, of course, is all the time wondering, like, he just asked me, he's like, why do people take my pictures? You and Abba are famous, but why do they take my pictures? So I said that, I don't know, I know they shouldn't. So he's like, yeah, they shouldn't. So he's just trying to slowly figure out that he's like, they should take you guys. Why are they?
But does he enjoy the process?
No, I have to tell him now, like, be nice and be kind or whatever. So he's like, okay. He doesn't understand that why are they like doing it to him? So he's still small, yeah.
Aamir had obviously said he was looking for a 25-year-old Rupa. So has there ever been in your life that you've actually lost out on a film because of age?
No, I mean, I've never, never lost out on a film because of age. I mean, I think that's it's a very, I don't know, I don't even think like that. I'm like, I hope people don't think like that. Because it's been such changing times. We're in a world today where you're as old as you look. It's not necessary that, you have to be of a particular age or something like that. If you can play the part, I think one should have the challenge. And I'm happy that Aamir Khan actually took up that challenge. So he's also set a benchmark now that it's not necessary that a mother of two children can still play this role. It's quite a statement, I mean, for him also to do. Otherwise, he could have casted any 20-year-old.
But listen, we were all going to congratulate you for getting pregnant for the third time. And
yeah.
This punchline, jo hota na, Kareena Kapoor punchline, Kareenaism punchline. So how was it feeling when you yourself realized you were third time pregnant?
Yeah, I was like, what is going on? Like, what is this? Firstly, the photograph was morphed. But then I said, let's have fun with it now that since everybody's saying that, let's just do some masti and I put out that statement. But I'm like, what is this, yeah? I mean, every little thing. But I understand that every little thing is scrutinized. Everybody's discussing everything. There has to be some masala to talk about every day.
But listen, yaar, that punchline you marred about Saif.
But I'm like, chill out now. He has 4 children already. Why would he? Yaar? I mean, you have to be really dumb to think. Na? He also, I mean, please.
What was his reaction?
He was also laughing. He was like, oh my God. Actually, the punchline was also his. Huh?
Achha, he helped you in scripting it out.
He was like, yeah. Because he's also quite funny and mad.
Of course. But tell me, does Sara Ali Khan reach out to you when her films don't work? Does she talk to you about what she's going through when it comes to her filmography?
No, I think that today's generation, they're very smart about their own decisions. They like to take their own, decisions. But of course, I think she discusses sometimes when she comes over, about like which film she's doing. And, I mean, sometimes she'll like call her father and maybe, talk about a script that she needs, or she's been like something about acting they'll discuss. But I think today's generation is very like, they all have their head on their shoulders and they kind of know exactly, which direction they're following.
Well, lots of happiness in the family. Another cute baby coming, Ranbir, Alia. Wow. So what's going on? Are you feeling on top of the world, thinking that the cricket family is going to become bigger and bigger?
Oh God, listen, no. I mean, I think that I'm happy for them, yeah. I'm happy for Alia that, I mean, it's the greatest, I think it's the greatest joy to celebrate your love. And I mean, she's somebody who probably needs no advice, because I also don't take parental advice from anyone. I follow what I think is right. And I think mothers know best eventually. So she's also going to have this journey and she should experience it on her own.
What about Ranbir?
Ranbir is like, he'll probably give everybody advice. What advice would he need from anyone? He's like, already like, he knows that Ranbir is just the best. He knows like, I'm the best at everything. He has that like, attitude. We both are quite similar like that.
I love the way you celebrate women. And I mean that. When you stood up for Alia, you came out in the open and said Alia is the best actress at this point of time. And you said whether she shoots when she's pregnant or not pregnant, it's up to her. I love the way you come out in the open and back women up. Where does that stem from? Your own experiences?
Of course, because I've been a mother, I've been pregnant, I've worked throughout my pregnancy, and I mean, I've worked and still had a career, still given successful films post-marriage. So I'm just like, why are people constantly judging? I mean, like, and the fact is that you can't take away her talent. I mean, she truly is the finest actor, I think, in like, we've seen in the last decade. Yeah. I mean, there's no two ways about that. So, I mean, if you have the talent and you have the belief, why should anything hamper you? Why should like people be trolling you?
When they were talking about boycott Laal Singh Chaddha, you came up with a line saying, if you want to watch, watch. If you don't want to watch, it's fine. Which is exactly the approach should be like. And I say this on camera, that's how it should be like. But even that had people saying, "Arey, public ko lightly le rahi hai kya?"
No, I think these are just a section of people which are trolling. But genuinely, I think the love that the film is getting is very different. These are section of people who are probably on your social media, which is like, I think which is probably like 1%. It's just people saying that. But the fact is that they shouldn't boycott this film because it's such a beautiful film. And I want people to see me and Aamir on screen. After like 3 years, we waited so long. So I'm like, please don't boycott this film because it's like actually boycotting good cinema. And people have worked so hard. We've had 250 people work on this film for like 2.5 years.
I'm going to watch it with my whole family. And I promise you that I'll buy tickets and watch it.
Yes. Is the spirit that one should go to the cinema, buy tickets and enjoy the film and watch the film for a cinematic experience, because I think this is one film that you can watch with your family, and there's not been like this emotional love story in a long, long time.
You and Saif obviously been married for so long. I think he's the wittiest guy on the face of this planet. I have to be on my guard when I'm with Saif because he'll throw these one-liners with a straight face. How much has your relationship evolved over a period of time? What are the changes that you're noticing amongst both of you?
No, I think that the fact that we're both evolving, I think as artists, I think the fact that after the 2 kids, we learned to prioritize our life also very differently. Today, just sitting around and, cooking a meal when the kids are around with us in the kitchen is the highlight. We'd rather do that than, even like, go out for a meal. We want to be with our kids, around our kids, and include them in whatever we're doing. So even if our friends are over or family, we're all sitting together. That feeling is something else, I mean, so we've also, evolved in that sense. And I think COVID has also taught us that, because we've spent so much time as a family. Finally, in COVID, we were all together. So I think that's what we enjoy. We enjoy each other's company. And I think that is something that is so important in a marriage.
So I was asking people that, listen, give me questions for Kareena. And one person said, why is she not working with Salman Khan? When is that going to happen?
I think we should ask Salman this question. I would love to work with Salman. I worked with him in Bajangi Bhaijan, and I mean he's such a dear friend of the family and of Karishma, and I mean they have done such iconic films together. So I've also the way I know Aamir is the way I know Salman. Also, I was on the sets of Andaz Apna Apna. In fact, Salman I've seen him even before that. He's done a movie with Lolo, so I've known him for a long time. I'm sure when he has a role for me, I'm sure that we'll work together again.
The only person in this world who can get Aamir, Shah Rukh, and Salman together to act in a film, and they'll all be delighted if the actress is Kareena Kapoor Khan. Why don't you just make these phone calls and get all of them together and do it?
Yeah, and who's going to direct this movie? Yeah, we should find someone to direct this movie also then. Huh?
Arey Baba, the whole world will come. वहां से James Cameron से लेकर everyone's going to come down here.
Why not? Yeah, we should tell this. We should tell this to Aamir for sure that he should do this.
If I said, what is that one motto that you live by? What is that?
I live by that, living life to the fullest, because for me, I have no regrets and I never look back. I just move forward.
You have this confidence, okay? It's not over the top confidence. It's not like, "Arey, my best."
Yeah.
Not like that. In fact, can I tell you one small thing? A lot of actresses who come on my interviews, they talk like you, Kareena. Do you know this? So your expressions, right?
Yeah.
I mean it. And I mean it in a very positive way. So even when they end up talking, like they are saying something to me, I'm like, it's Kareena talking.
Yeah.
So in real life also, the expressions are like yours. But where do you get this confidence from? Were you always this confident, or do you had a time when you lost the confidence? When was that phase?
No, of course, there is times where you always sometimes lose confidence. But even in the times that I've lost confidence, I've always had faith in the fact that I have the talent, so I can do it. I've not lost faith in that. That is something that I've always believed in, and I've always nurtured that part of me. So you have to constantly keep telling yourself that I can and I will, and I that's the way you build your confidence. And in an industry, and to last 22 years, it is difficult till you don't have that sort of confidence.
Why do you not watch your own films? Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm always like this, and I start judging it, and then I'll say, "Arey, aise karna chahiye tha. Arey, yaar, why the hell did I do that?" You get into that loop, and then it kind of stays with me. But I'm watching Laal Singh Chaddha today, which I'm making an exception, and both Saif and me are watching the film, and Saif is like also excited because he's like, even he's such a good friend of Aamir's, and Aamir's been telling him, "You have to see it, you have to see it." So he's also very excited.
Wow. One criticism you read and you laughed over it. What was that?
I don't know. I think criticism means I think everybody will have to say something about you. Everybody's going to like not say fabulous things at all times. So I'm pretty open to criticism also. I mean, like I kind of take it unless I feel like, somebody's being personal. Then I don't like, then obviously I feel very bad.
But listen, you're always going to have good things because you've got 3 beautiful men around you, your 2 little boys, your husband. We've got your back. By God, in this world, forever, there's only going to be one Kareena Kapoor Khan.
Oh.
And that's only going to be you. I love you from the bottom of my heart.
I know that.
And I want you to be happy always.
So sweet. Thank you so much. And I'm going to check out the YouTube channel. Huh?
And if my daughters, whenever they grow up and they say, who's that one person you want me to get inspired besides my wife? I will say it's you.
Oh, I hope so. I keep inspiring them.